thought I would use this small plate to talk about the question of humility, which I suppose would be like a mathematician saying, I'm going to use the next 90 seconds to talk to you about the importance of numbers. Because humility is an essential piece of our life in Christ. No Christian devotion can be undertaken without engaging that humility. No growth in our spiritual life is possible without growing in that humility. And yet, the question of humility is offset by this question of pride. Pride being the opposite of our humility, pride being that thing which separates us from others, as our humility hopes to draw us nearer to them. And we live in a world where pride is not only accepted, but it is lauded. It's something that we are encouraged to have. Pride in our country, pride in our families, pride in our schools, pride in our churches. But again, when we begin to look at the questions of pride and humility, we see that at the heart comes this question of our responsibility to God and neighbor. Jesus tells us the two great commandments are that we love God with everything we have, and that we love our neighbor as we ourselves are loved. And to live into that commandment requires a modicum of humility. And humility isn't something that I can produce in myself. It's not something I'm born with. It's something I receive as a grace and then have to nurture. And the more I nurture it, the more I recognize I have to ask for more. So in this Lenten season, I encourage you to do as C.S. Lewis tells us with regards to the question of pride and humility, when he says if any movement towards humility is going to be made, it begins by acknowledging that we are proud. I encourage you to look into your person and ask the question, where am I proud? Then I encourage you to turn to the Lord and to ask Him to bring about in you that humility which He alone can give. And I further encourage you, as you continue in that process of spiritual growth, to reach out to me, that I may help you with that walk.